Hello YouTube, and the many wonderful individuals that use the site and have decided to spend some time with me right here and right now. The state of the world is no doubt on everybody's mind, and the lack of certainty is bound to create feelings of discontent and energies of frustration. And so, to the person at home watching this, I'd like to ask you, if you will, to join me in using those energies to create something beautiful. I myself am going to be using pen and paper, or more precisely my sketchbook, but feel free to use any medium that you feel most comfortable with or have most fun with. Perhaps you want to challenge yourself tonight. That's fine. But please remember to be kind to yourself and just have fun. I'm going to start now. Okay, I lied. I'm actually going to start now. And as you begin to draw, perhaps take the time to reflect on the day, not focusing too hard on what's right in front of you. As you'll find those shapes will perhaps naturally form as part of what your body needs to express. Perhaps you're not drawing, and perhaps you just want to listen to the sounds of the pen stroke on the paper. And that's of course okay too. We all have our different ways of relaxing. There are different joys we have, different things that bring us pleasure. And one of mine is drawing and creating visual art. What ways do you like to relax and express yourself? Do you give yourself the opportunity to express yourself as much as you'd like to? If not, why? Perhaps you're watching this in the morning. What do you plan to do with your day? If you're watching this in bed, what do you plan to do tomorrow? For the next 5 minutes or so, I'm not really sure how long this video will be. I decided not to choose a particular time limit. Just allow the experience to be what it is. It'll take as long as it needs to have this moment with you, to have this moment with myself. And as you do the same at home, or perhaps you're with a loved one and you're watching this together. It's a truly wonderful experience. We need people in times like this. Perhaps you are by yourself. It's truly a wonderful experience too. We need ourselves, and we need to be kind to ourselves. We need to learn to love ourselves. Fortunately, not a lot of people do. How do you feel about yourself? Perhaps that's too reflective for some people, but it's important to question your relationship with yourself. If you don't love yourself, why? how's your drawing coming along? Looking at it, is there anything you can notice about yourself? You know, perhaps through the roughness of the lines, the texture of your shading. Perhaps you're using color right now. What is the content that you're drawing? Are they ambiguous shapes, or perhaps a person, perhaps a face, perhaps an animal? Animals have oddly calming features. I can't remember exactly, but I do believe cats have this property that's almost hypnotizes the human being into feeling safe. It's actually, I believe it's actually to subdue their prey into a false sense of security, so that they can hunt them easier, and that has made its way into humans liking them as pets because they feel secure. I'm not exactly sure on the science there. If you check out the YouTube channel Tier Zoo, they explain it in greater detail. It's a very, very good channel, very fun channel, particularly if you are interested in both the animal kingdom and RPG role-playing games. But perhaps check that out after this video. I'm getting a phone call. I'll be right back.
It's like you need that. You need nature in your life.
You do. It'd be
It makes a huge difference to how you feel.
I mean, like seasonal affective disorder is definitely like it's a real thing, isn't it? Like when you just don't have the sun or like, you know, the world in your life. Yeah. Most people spend all their time indoors in the dark during the winter. Yeah, of course, because you're just not connecting with what the world's giving you. Sometimes I feel like houses are like these. I mean, they're great, obviously, but they're also like these kind of weird prisons that like just wall you up away from the atmosphere that the atmosphere that the Earth's given you, you know?
That you were actually like born into.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. That's why I want to look somewhere more green, because like even in the winter, like kind of green places still kind of look beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because you're kind of witnessing the natural process of, you know, the world resetting itself. So it's a very natural. Winter is a natural thing to be a part of, but the trouble is, it's because it's cold. We observe it from the point of view of the house. So all we're seeing is grey shit and can't go outside.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's not how it is. It's beautiful, really. You look at the trees, watch the leaves change colour.
Yeah, no, it's transformation. It is beautiful.
It's gorgeous to see the little animals go to sleep.
Hmm.
It's really really poetic. You know, I still feel kind of guilty about like eating stuff. Obviously not guilty enough, so I've just got some chicken guys.
Actually, you like I'll do the new age one. You like Trump somehow.
I'm like Trump.
Yes, somehow you like Trump.
Did you hear Trump's bad?
Is he?
Did you hear that Trump's actually bad?
Well, see, because whilst he was president and stuff, I thought like, because everyone was just kind of sort of just okay with it, weren't they?
Everyone was fine.
Yeah, like what's bad? What's been revealed now that he's not a president?
I don't know. It's apparently like loads of people. So now a few people have started making like jokes and skits about him, like parodying him.
Really?
That's a really unique idea. So I think we should get on it. I think the next Break the Bait film should be Trump. It should all be about Trump.
Yeah. Just something like really,
Trump.
just untapped market, like Trump jokes. Yeah.
Something really fucking political and really clever and subtle.
Should we go? Should we kind of go counterculture though, and like critique Trump and sort of make it.
Oh, controversial.
Yeah, make like show people that Trump is actually like like a bad guy or something.
Jesus Christ. The best bit about putting bi instead of gay is that you're like kind of retaining some of your dignity.
Whoa, dignity. All right, pal. All right, pal.
I don't think there's anything wrong with it. I just don't agree with it. Obviously, we knew as like as a man who was born on planet Earth. There's a small part. There's a small, deep part inside you that's like, oh, I don't want to be gay. But like, if you ever make it big,
yeah.
you worry about things that are coming out your mouth.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I used to.
Yeah.
Not so much anymore. I don't feel like I really say anything that I wouldn't like stand by. Like even all the blackface stuff I can like admit was wrong,
Yeah.
but like I don't feel like it's gonna ruin me or anything. Oh, so it's a little unrelated, but I watched that Trump's biggest failure video thing. Oh boy, am I terrified of China now. Like I think it's called like synicization or something like that, where like they essentially just like breed with a certain place until it just completely just alters the population. It'll definitely be one way to like end racism if just like everyone's one race. unite the world. That is a supervillain fucking motive. Like the cause, the motive is honorable. Like I want to have world peace and racial harmony. the way I'm going to do that is by eradicating all other races.
Mate, I got an idea for a supervillain.
Yeah.
It's called the Black King. And he's like, he wants to eradicate racism, he wants to grow up by impregnating every white woman on the planet. It's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm on his side. I'll remember that. I'll give it a look after I've fucking done my ASMR video.
So cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna heavily cut up this section.
Hello, YouTube.
And I'll put you on speaker real quick. Hold it. Say it again.
Leon Crimes is a pedo. He's a dirty pedo.
Thanks, man. Oh, fuck off, man. Fuck off with that smell. Just the sound of it.
Just the thought of it.
I hate it.
I'm gonna fucking pour it all over.
You're disgusting, man. Shut the fuck up. This so. Shut your fucking mouth. Shut your stupid fucking mouth.
It's too comfortable for me.
Oh, I'm getting a fucking call through from Joe. I'm not sure what he wants. You did.
Yeah.
I'll call him back in a sec.
Ask him if you got that text.
I will. I'll mention it covertly.
Cheers, man.
Right. I'll catch up with you soon, man. It's good to know you'll be coming back at some point, or like closer.
Alright, see you in a bit.
All right. See you later, man.
What did you say? Sorry.
I said it's good to know that you'll be coming like back closer to home again soon. Bye. Alright, I had another call, so I'm just going to call them back, and hopefully we can continue with the video. Okay, we're finally done with phone calls. Let's get back to what you're here for. I was thinking of a name for this video. I'm pretty sure the name is already, you would have already seen the name by the time I upload it. But I was thinking something along the lines of ASMART. I'm not sure whether this is a thing that is already prevalent in the ASMR community. That being ASMART. But I think it is a smart idea. Yes. Actually, I'm really fucking hungry after all that, so I'm gonna go make some food, and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back now. I've just put my food in the oven, and that should take about 20 minutes. So that's some more time to be able to spend here with you right now. Just reflecting, enjoying some ASMARt. For anyone who may be curious, I have put in some hash browns and some vegan sausage rolls. Not entirely sure what the vegan sausage rolls are actually made out of. Perhaps some organic processed goop of some sort. I never really got into it for the nutritional value, though I'm sure there is plenty. I watched quite a scary video on YouTube titled "Dairy is Scary," which really put me off the idea of consuming animal products. But that's, I understand a lot of good people still do. It doesn't make there is no morally superior way of being. To some degree, I'm sure plant life is still conscious beings that I consume from, and I do struggle with that that moral dilemma from time to time. But it's important to allow yourself some evil, some necessary evil in your life. As we think about our life choices, let's perhaps oh, there's a knock at the door. I'll be right back. Okay, that was a false alarm. Though my housemate is waiting on a package, and I am the only one in the house at the moment. So the responsibility does befall upon me to make sure I hear the door and answer the door. And being there for your friends is part of what makes you a good person. I'm very lucky to be able to have friends that I happen to live with in this pandemic. I understand a lot of people are quite alone. But just a fair warning, we are expecting a package to come, so I probably will have to leave once again. but with the power of editing, I can return instantaneously. In fact, I think I actually do hear it now. Just a car door. But I suppose that could be any car door. Living on a street of fellow human beings, all living their own lives, still struggling on in these tough times. Looking at your drawings now, have you perhaps noticed anything more about yourself? Did you notice a particular change in your approach when last asked to consider your feelings towards your piece? Did you make any conscious decisions to change? Did you make any conscious decisions to stick with a particular theme that you found? Why did you do that? Why do you make the decisions that you make? What decisions have led you to where you are now? Right now, right here, watching this particular video from this particular channel. What connections have you made? What interests have you taken? What has led you to being the you are right now? Is there anything you do differently? Is there anything you're particularly proud of? And there's the door. I'll be right back. Oh. Okay, that should be the last of the interruptions that we face. I just want to apologize to anyone who is watching or listening and maybe feeling slightly put out by my lack of attentiveness. I promise to be more present with you and this video. Unfortunately, life has a funny way of throwing distractions at us when we are trying to focus on one particular endeavor. Are there Is there anything in your life right now that you are trying to achieve? Can you recognize any of the distractions that may be plaguing your ability to succeed in these endeavors? Is there anything you can do about that? Is there anything aiding you? It's always important to remember the things you do have. Because we are also painfully aware of the things we are without. And, if you think about drawing, it's perhaps one of the... Oh, I'll be the alarm for my food. Again, apologies for the distractions. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. This time with the hash browns and vegan rolls I aforementioned. Quite hot. I know this wasn't originally what the content of the video was to entail, but perhaps in these times of being lonely, it'd be nice to share a meal. Perhaps you're eating right now. What have you got? Please let me know in the comments what you're eating, alongside what you drew. It's funny what being alone can do to the brain. As I went to grab my food, I thought I heard a voice coming from within inside the house, which of course could not be the case, for I am the only one in the house at the given time. I did perhaps wonder whether I assumed I was the only one in the house and that people were in, but no, I am in fact the only one in. Perhaps the walls are thin, and what I actually heard was the next door neighbor. There is a family of them. They are all together, you see. So it would make sense that I would hear their voices chattering amongst themselves as I walk around in silence. Now I'm moving on to the vegan sausage rolls. I really have no idea what is actually in these. I'm sure it says on the box. I should probably read the ingredients of the things I'm consuming. As should everyone else, it's very important to take care of your body and understand how you are treating it. I always get very crummy when I'm eating sausage rolls, just due to the pastry. And as you can see, it's all falling off as I speak. Luckily directly onto the plate. Though some has gotten onto my bed, which I will have to shake off. Okay, now that's finished. I think it's about time we get back to the drawing. What we're all here for, right? You may have noticed a slight change in color temperature. That is because I've turned the light on. It was getting rather... fuck my ass, fuck. You may have noticed a slight change in color temperature. That's because I've put the light on. It was getting rather dark in here. And seeing as we've added some color into the room, I think it's about time we add some color to our piece. I've decided I'm going to go with some chalk pastels here. Feel free to continue to create your art with in any medium you choose to do so. Now, I'm, of course, very new to the ASMR world, so please let me know in the comments how this sounds and whether it's something you'd like more of in the future. Chalk pastels are one of my favorite tools to work with. I really like to take the color and be able to get in there with my fingers and just really rub it in, you know, and watch how the colors just smooth together in a kind of gradient. Whilst it's initially applied quite rough, just smoothing it over with your finger allows for quite the soft texture. That creates a very kind of inviting glow to your piece. And as we draw near the end of this video, I want you to check in with yourself and take note of how you're feeling in this current moment. Do you feel better than you did at the beginning of watching this video? Do you feel worse as perhaps some forced reflection created any source of anxiety amongst you? Ask yourself why that is. Perhaps this forced reflection was something that you actually needed and appreciated. I know that sometimes it can be quite hard to confront the things that plague us on a day-to-day basis. But if you're able to, perhaps the day after will be a much better day. Sometimes once I've gone over a drawing with the chalk pastels, I find it necessary to go over it again in pen just to really highlight the lines and make sure they're showing through. There's my pen. There we go. Because sometimes the details can get lost amongst the color. And we know the devil is in the details. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in a piece and become unsure of exactly when to stop. And you find that the piece transforms into something else entirely. So, I'm sure you can draw quite a few parallels between that and many other things in life. I think we're nearly done here. I'll just add some finishing touches. I've lost a particular color I was looking for. Let's try you. Just add in more of the line art that has gotten lost in the application of color. Okay. And I think that just about does it for today's piece. Shall we show each of our pieces on the count of 3? Okay. 1, 2, 3. There we go. As you can see, I've done a self-portrait. What did you draw? Can you notice any themes or any concepts or thoughts about yourself through the art that you produced today? Thank you for taking time out of your day to spend however long this video ends up being with me. I really appreciate the company, and I really appreciate you, and you should appreciate yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day today or tomorrow, and a plethora of wonderful days to follow. Thank you. Oh, and I should mention, I will be selling this piece for £20. Should anyone be interested, please let me know. Drop me a message in the YouTube DMs. I'm not too familiar with the YouTube messaging system, but I will become more acquainted with it. Or should you be able to contact me on any of my other platforms, yes, let me know if you take any interest into this self-portrait for £20. Thank you.